the death of Baldr, and the fall of Loki. Baldr was the shining god, the gentle one, beloved by every creature that lived. Where Odin was wise and Thor was strong, Baldr was pure, the embodiment of light itself. His presence brought peace. His smile calmed storms. His dreams were said to predict the future. But one night, Baldr began to dream of his own death, and the dreams terrified him. Fear in Asgard. When the gods learned of Baldr's nightmares, even Odin, the god of wisdom, grew uneasy. In Norse belief, dreams were not illusions, they were warnings. Odin mounted his eight-legged horse, Sleipnir, and rode into the underworld to seek answers from a dead seeress. In the darkness of Hell's realm, he asked, "Who is the feast for? Why is the hall decorated?" The dead woman replied, "The hall is prepared for Baldr. Soon he will join the dead." Odin's heart sank. Someone, or something, was plotting the death of his most beloved son. Frigg's promise. Baldr's mother, Frigg, the goddess of love and motherhood, was determined to save her child. She traveled through all the 9 realms, asking every creature, every stone, every plant, every force of nature to swear they would never harm Baldr. And they all agreed. Fire swore, water swore, iron swore, wood swore, animals swore, stones swore, even disease swore not to touch him. After that, the gods relaxed. They even made a game out of it, throwing weapons at Baldr and watching them bounce harmlessly off his shining skin. Nothing could hurt him, or so they believed. But Loki saw something no one else noticed. The one thing that never swore an oath. Loki disguised himself as an old woman and went to Frigg. He asked kindly, "Is it true that all things vowed to never harm your son?" Frigg smiled. "All except one," she said. "A small plant called mistletoe. I thought it too young and harmless to swear an oath." Loki's eyes filled with cold fire. He had found the key. The killing of Baldr Loki ripped a branch of mistletoe from the earth and shaped it into a slender dart. Small, sharp, deadly. Then he approached the blind god Hodr, Baldr's brother, who stood sadly aside while others played their weapon-throwing game. Loki whispered, "Why don't you join the others? I can guide your hand. Here, throw this at him." Hodr, unaware of Loki's trick, agreed. He threw. The mistletoe flew silently through the air and pierced Baldr's heart. The shining god fell. Light dimmed in Asgard. The hall fell silent. Baldr was dead. The grief of the gods. Never in all the ages had Asgard been so quiet. The gods did not speak, they did not breathe. They carried Baldr's body to his great ship, Hringhorni, the largest ship ever built. The mourners included gods, giants, dwarves, animals. Even stones were said to weep. But Loki watched from afar, smiling. When the ship was set aflame and pushed to sea, the fire burned so brightly that humans on Earth thought the sun had touched the horizon. The era of peace in Asgard ended that day. Hel's refusal. Odin refused to accept Baldr's death. He sent another of his sons, Hermodr, to ride into the underworld and beg Hel to release Baldr. Hel, cold and calm, listened to the plea. Then she said, "If everything in the world weeps for Baldr, I will return him." And so messengers were sent across the realms, asking all beings to cry. And they did. Mountains cried, rivers cried, animals cried, trees cried, even stones shed tears. But then they came to a cave, where a single giantess refused. She said coldly, "Let Hel keep what she has." Some say she was a real giantess. Most say she was Loki in disguise. Because of that single refusal, Baldr remained in the world of the dead. The punishment of Loki. The gods now knew who had murdered Baldr. They knew who had betrayed them. Loki ran. He fled across rivers, forests, and mountains. He changed shape again and again, a salmon, a bird, a shadow. But the gods hunted him relentlessly. Finally, they caught him. They dragged him into a cave deep beneath the earth. There they tied him with the entrails of his own son, which turned into unbreakable iron. Then they placed a serpent above his head, dripping burning venom onto his face. Loki's wife, Sigyn, stayed beside him, catching the poison in a bowl. But whenever she had to empty the bowl, even for a moment, drops of venom fell onto Loki's skin. And when it touched him, Loki writhed and screamed so violently that the earth itself shook. The Vikings said, "These are earthquakes, Loki twisting in pain beneath the world." Loki would remain imprisoned, but not forever. The prophecy said that when Ragnarok drew near, he would break free. His sons would rise. Hel would open her gates, and the final war between gods and giants would begin.